My dear, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Feel the air move in and out of your body. Feel your chest rise and fall gently. You are safe in this moment. And I want you to know something very important. You are not alone. So many people around the world carry quiet worries in their hearts about money. Maybe you've had moments where you looked at your bank account and felt fear tighten in your chest. Maybe you've gone to sleep wondering how the bills will be paid or how you'll make it through another month. And maybe, just maybe, you've even questioned your worth because of what's missing in your wallet. But I want to tell you today that your worth has never been measured by dollars or possessions. You are valuable simply because you exist. You are a beautiful soul on a journey, learning how to trust yourself and the loving universe that surrounds you. There is no shame in where you are. Struggling with money doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you're not smart or not trying hard enough. It often means you've picked up beliefs about money that no longer serve you. Beliefs passed down by family, culture, or painful experiences. But here's the beautiful truth. Beliefs can change. Just like we learn something new, we can unlearn the things that hurt us. And we can choose to believe something more loving, more freeing. You do not need to be perfect to receive abundance. You do not need to wait until everything is in order. You only need a willing heart, open to something better. Right here, right now, you can begin. You can choose to say, I am ready. I am willing to change. I am willing to see money not as my enemy, but as a friend I am learning to understand. When you speak those words with love, you invite healing to begin. Let's start with a gentle affirmation, one that you can carry in your heart throughout this day. I am open and willing to welcome financial blessings with love. Repeat it softly in your mind or out loud. Feel how different that sounds from the usual stress and worry. It creates space inside you, space for new thoughts, new patterns, and new results. You don't need to figure it all out right now. You just need to begin with kindness toward yourself. Imagine talking to yourself the way you would speak to a dear friend. Would you blame them? No, you'd hold their hand. You'd say, "You've been through so much, and I'm proud of you for still trying." That's what I want you to say to yourself. Your healing journey with money begins with this simple truth. You are not broken, you are blooming. You are learning, growing, and becoming someone who receives with ease. And the more you believe in your own worth, the more the universe responds with open arms. You are supported, cherished, and deeply loved. There is something magical that happens when we start to look at money not just as paper, coins, or numbers on a screen, but as energy. Money is not good or bad. It does not have a personality of its own. It simply responds to the thoughts and feelings we send out into the world. When we fear it, it pulls away. When we love and respect it, it flows more freely. Think of money like the wind. You cannot hold it tight in your hand, but you can feel it when it moves through your life. It flows where the path is open, and it avoids the places where there is too much resistance. That resistance often comes from our own beliefs. Maybe you've heard things like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "You have to work hard for every penny." And maybe those phrases have settled deep into your mind, shaping how you view the world. But the truth is, we can choose to believe something new. We can open our minds to the idea that money flows more easily when we feel good, when we trust, and when we love ourselves. Your thoughts are powerful. Every thought you think creates a signal that goes out into the universe. And the universe always says yes to what you believe. If you believe money is hard to get, the universe agrees. If you believe money loves to come to you, the universe agrees too. That's how energy works. That's how the law of attraction works. You are always creating with your thoughts, whether you realize it or not. And when you begin to choose thoughts that are loving, peaceful, and abundant, you invite more of those experiences into your life. Imagine your mind as a garden. The thoughts you plant will grow. If you plant fear and worry, those will grow strong. But if you plant joy, trust, and gratitude, they will bloom into something beautiful. It takes time, yes. But the more you choose to think thoughts of wealth and ease, the more you will see those things appear in your life. Let's say an affirmation together. I allow money to flow to me with ease, like a gentle river. Say it softly. Let it wash over you. You don't need to know where the money will come from. You don't need to figure it out with your mind. You just need to allow it. Trust that it's on its way. Think of a river. It doesn't strain or struggle. It moves naturally. Money wants to move through your life the same way, bringing blessings, opportunities, and peace. And just like a river, the flow increases when the path is open. You open the path by letting go of guilt, fear, and shame. Those emotions block the current. When you release them, even a little, you start to feel something shift. And the more you practice this gentle shift in thinking, the more the current picks up. Money, after all, is not just about survival. It's about support. It's about feeling safe and cared for by life. And life wants to support you. The universe wants to give to you. Your job is simply to be ready to receive. There is something deeply spiritual and comforting about the number 222. It is often seen as a sign from the universe, a quiet whisper that you are in alignment and on the right path. When you see 222, it is not a coincidence. It is a reminder that you are supported, that balance is returning, and that abundance is being drawn to you. This number carries the energy of trust, peace, and divine flow. It shows up to encourage you to believe in what you cannot yet see. You may have noticed it on a clock, a receipt, or a house number. And each time, it's like a loving nudge from the universe, reminding you to breathe and remember that something good is on its way. The energy of 222 is especially powerful when it comes to money and manifestation. It means that the seeds you have planted are beginning to grow. Even if you don't see the results yet, the roots are taking hold beneath the surface. Trust that. Just because it's not visible doesn't mean it's not working. This is the time to hold your vision gently in your heart and believe in your ability to attract abundance. Say to yourself, every time I see 222, I am reminded that abundance is on its way. Let that affirmation become your comfort. Say it when you wake up, when you feel doubt, when you pay a bill, or when you see the number again. Let it remind you that you are never forgotten and never off track. You are co-creating with the universe in every moment. The number 222 is a divine sign that the universe is listening to your thoughts and feelings. It's a soft encouragement to keep your energy calm, your thoughts clear, and your heart open. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to beg for blessings. You simply need to keep choosing trust. Think of it like tuning a radio. When your frequency is one of love, peace, and gratitude, you start to hear and receive messages clearly. You align with all the good that wants to come into your life. This number reminds you to stay in that frequency and let the flow of money come to you gently and naturally. It's okay if you've doubted before. It's okay if you've felt afraid. You're human. But now you know there's another way. You can choose to listen to the loving signs that the universe sends you. You can choose to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and say, I trust that what I need is already on its way to me. Let that trust fill your whole body. Let it soften your thoughts and calm your nervous system. When you do that, you create space for miracles. You create room for money to flow in ways you didn't expect. And it all starts with your willingness to believe that you are supported by a loving universe, always guiding you, always preparing you, and always leading you to greater peace and prosperity. Sometimes the things we believe about money are not even our own thoughts. They were passed down to us, like hand-me-down clothes that never really fit. Maybe you heard adults say things like, we can't afford that, or rich people are greedy, or even, you have to work yourself to the bone just to get by. When we are young, we don't question those words. We absorb them. They settle into our minds quietly and shape how we view money and our ability to receive it. But just because we were taught something doesn't mean we have to keep believing it. You have the power to release beliefs that no longer serve you. You have the right to let go of any story that makes you feel small, guilty, or afraid. Right now, ask yourself gently, what do I truly believe about money? Does it feel hard to receive? Do I feel guilty when I spend it? Do I worry there will never be enough? These beliefs are not here to punish you. They're here to be healed. Once you see them clearly, you can choose something new. You don't need to fight with your old beliefs. Just thank them for trying to protect you and lovingly release them. Imagine them as old, dusty books on a shelf. You're allowed to close them and pick up a new book, one that tells a story of ease, support, and joy. The more honest you are about the thoughts that live in your mind, the more freedom you give yourself to change. You can begin this healing with a simple journaling exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down, what did I learn about money growing up? Be honest and kind with yourself. You might be surprised at what shows up. Once you've written those beliefs down, you can cross them out and write new ones. Replace money is hard to get with money flows to me with ease. Replace I'm not good with money with I'm learning to trust myself with money. Speak these new beliefs gently, as if you were soothing a child. Your inner child is still inside you, wanting to feel safe, loved, and supported. Let's speak this affirmation together. I am worthy of wealth, peace, and ease, just as I am. You don't have to earn your worth. You don't need to achieve a certain income to deserve rest and joy. Your worth was never up for debate. It is already complete. When you remind yourself of this truth, you start to see the world through softer eyes. You start to believe that it's okay to ask for more, to receive more, to enjoy more. And the universe, like a loving parent, responds to that self-love with more support. Healing your beliefs around money doesn't happen overnight, but every gentle step you take adds up. The more loving you are with yourself, the more open you become to the abundance that's been waiting for you all along. There's something very powerful about looking into your own eyes and speaking to yourself with kindness. Mirror work is a gentle yet life-changing practice that helps you reconnect with the truth of who you are. For many of us, it's not easy at first. We're used to looking in the mirror and noticing flaws, picking ourselves apart, or simply avoiding eye contact altogether. But when you pause, breathe, and really see yourself, when you offer love and acceptance instead of criticism, something shifts. You begin to soften, you begin to heal, and that shift creates room for new experiences, including financial blessings. Mirror work is simple but powerful. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, and say something loving to yourself. In the beginning, it might feel awkward or emotional. That's okay. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to show up with a willing heart. The mirror shows you not only your reflection, but also what you believe about yourself. And when you speak new, loving words, you begin to create new beliefs. This is where real transformation begins. Money is deeply connected to how we see ourselves. When we feel unworthy, we often push abundance away without realizing it. But when we begin to see ourselves as lovable, capable, and deserving, we naturally open the door to receiving. Try saying this in the mirror. I love you. You are safe to receive limitless abundance. Say it gently. Even if part of you doesn't believe it yet, say it anyway. Your inner self is listening. Every time you speak love instead of fear, you are creating a new pattern. And those new patterns create new results. The more often you do this, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, your mind starts to believe it. And when your mind believes in your worth, the world begins to reflect that belief back to you through opportunities, ideas, and financial flow. You can do mirror work in the morning to start your day with confidence, or in the evening to release stress and come back to your center. The key is consistency. You are building a new relationship with yourself, one based on truth, compassion, and possibility. And when that inner relationship becomes strong, your outer life becomes richer. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force anything. Just keep showing up for yourself. Keep looking into your eyes and offering love. You are not here to live in fear and lack. You are here to thrive. And mirror work is a beautiful way to remind yourself of that truth every single day. Many of us have a relationship with money that feels like a struggle. We might ignore it, fear it, or even resent it. But imagine for a moment that money is like a friend. How would that friend feel if every time they came near, you frowned, worried, or pushed them away? What if instead you welcomed that friend warmly with gratitude and respect? The energy of money responds to how we treat it. When we begin to see it as something we can care for, rather than something we chase or fear, it starts to behave differently in our lives. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing a new relationship that feels loving and peaceful. Start small. Bless your money. When you receive $1, whisper a thank you. When you spend it, say, "There's more where that came from." These little moments create a vibration of gratitude, and gratitude is a magnet for abundance. Think about how you would treat something precious. Would you ignore it? Or would you take a moment to appreciate it, to care for it, to give it your full attention? Your money wants to feel safe in your hands. It wants to stay, grow, and support you, but it needs your loving presence to do so. Here's a simple journaling practice. Write a letter to money. It may sound silly, but it's deeply healing. Say what you've been afraid to say. Apologize if you've ignored it. Thank it for what it's done for you, and tell it how you'd like to move forward together. This kind of open-hearted honesty shifts your energy. It moves you from fear to friendship, and friendship is where lasting support comes from. The more you practice this, the more your relationship with money softens. You begin to feel less afraid, less tense, and more empowered. Let's say this affirmation together. Money comes to me easily because I treat it with respect and love. Speak it with care. Let it sink into your heart. This isn't about control. It's about connection. The more connected you feel to the flow of money, the more peaceful your financial life becomes. You stop chasing and start receiving. You stop hiding and start paying attention. And in that space of attention, you find clarity. You make better decisions. You feel calmer. And life begins to reflect that new calm back to you in beautiful and sometimes unexpected ways. You are learning to treat money the way you treat someone you love, with patience, with gratitude, and with trust. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. And every moment you choose to bring love into your relationship with money, you open the door a little wider to abundance. You remind the universe that you are ready. Not just ready to receive, but ready to receive with love, with joy, and with grace. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine a place that makes you feel completely at peace. It could be a quiet garden, a warm beach, or a cozy room filled with sunlight. In this place, you are safe. You are relaxed. Now imagine that a gentle stream of golden light begins to flow toward you. This light represents abundance, peace, and financial well-being. It doesn't rush. It doesn't demand. It simply flows, calm and steady, right into your life. This is what we call visualization. It's not fantasy. It's a way to train your mind and body to feel what it's like to already have what you desire. When you can feel it, you become a match for it. You send out a vibration that says, "I'm ready." Visualization is a powerful tool because the mind doesn't always know the difference between what is imagined and what is real. When you see and feel wealth flowing into your life, your mind begins to believe that it's possible. And once your mind believes it, your actions begin to change. You carry yourself with more confidence. You speak with more hope. You start noticing opportunities you didn't see before. This is how change begins, from the inside out. It doesn't matter how much money you currently have. Visualization works because it teaches you to live from the feeling of abundance, not the fear of lack. To strengthen this practice, find a quiet space each day. Take a few minutes to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and picture your ideal financial life. Don't just see it, feel it. Feel what it's like to pay your bills with ease. Feel what it's like to have extra money in your wallet. Feel the relief, the joy, the freedom. Your emotions are powerful magnets. When you pair a clear vision with a peaceful feeling, you become aligned with the very energy that attracts more abundance. Let's affirm together. I already live in the vibration of wealth and peace. Repeat it softly to yourself. You are not chasing wealth. You are embodying it. You are creating a calm, welcoming space for it to arrive. Trust that what you visualize is already making its way to you. Just like planting a seed, you may not see the results right away, but something is happening beneath the surface. The roots are growing, the soil is warming, and in time, your vision will bloom. All you need to do is water it each day with trust, joy, and love. That's how you invite the 222 financial flow into your life, with grace, with gentleness, and with faith in the unseen. We often hear that faith without action is empty. And while believing in abundance is powerful, taking inspired steps helps bring that belief to life. You don't need to take big leaps or make huge changes all at once. In fact, the most powerful shifts often come from small, consistent steps that feel joyful and peaceful. These are what we call inspired actions. Not forced, not fearful, but aligned with your vision of abundance. When you take even one small action from a place of love, you send a signal to the universe. I believe in my own worth. I'm ready. One simple step could be creating a wealth jar where you put a small amount of money each day, no matter how little. Each time you drop a coin or a bill into it, say thank you. That jar becomes a symbol of your growing wealth and trust. Or maybe your inspired action is blessing your bank account, regardless of the amount in it. Speak love into your finances. Treat them with care. This changes how you feel about money, which then changes what money does in your life. Another gentle action might be writing down what financial freedom looks like to you. Be specific. Is it paying your rent with ease? Is it taking a loved one out for dinner without worry? Is it being able to rest without guilt? When you write it down, you bring clarity to your dreams. And clarity opens doors. It helps you see what next step feels right. Don't worry about how big or small the step is. What matters is that it comes from a place of peace, not pressure. Say this affirmation. Every action I take is aligned with divine prosperity. Let it sink in. You are not rushing. You are not struggling. You are aligning. When you move from fear, you chase. But when you move from trust, you attract. Inspired action feels good in your body. It brings peace to your heart. And it often leads to blessings that feel natural and effortless. You begin to see that you don't have to force things. You just have to follow the gentle pull of your inner wisdom. That's where the real magic lives. In the quiet steps, in the faithful heart, in the loving choices made one at a time. When we begin to shift our mindset around money and abundance, it's natural to want quick results. We want to see the fruit of our new thoughts right away. But the truth is, the universe works on its own schedule, and it is always right on time. Trusting divine timing means we learn to rest in the knowing that what we ask for is on its way, even if we can't see it yet. It means we release the need to control every detail and instead allow life to unfold in its perfect rhythm. This is one of the most powerful acts of faith you can offer. There may be moments when doubt creeps in. You might wonder if you're doing enough, if you're saying the right affirmations, or if you're worthy of receiving. These thoughts are normal. Don't push them away. Acknowledge them with love and gently choose again. Choose to believe that the universe has already heard your desires. Choose to believe that unseen forces are already moving to support you. Trust is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And with each moment of trust, you open your heart just a little more to the flow of miracles. Say to yourself, I trust the universe's timing. It always works in my favor. Let this be your comfort. When you feel impatient, come back to this truth. When you feel afraid, breathe it in. Timing is not a punishment. It is a form of protection. Sometimes the delay is because something better is being prepared. Sometimes it's because we need to become ready to receive. The universe is not denying you. It is preparing you. And when it's time, everything will unfold in the most beautiful way. Patience is not about doing nothing. It's about doing what you can from a place of peace and then releasing the rest. It's about knowing that every step you've taken, every affirmation you've spoken, every loving choice you've made is adding up. Nothing is wasted. Everything is working together. And in the meantime, you get to live in joy. You get to feel good now. Because the feeling of peace is not a reward for receiving. It's the path to receiving. Trust that your time is coming. And when it arrives, you'll be ready, open, and aligned to welcome it with a full heart. You were never meant to live in fear or lack. You were meant to thrive. You were meant to feel peace when you think about money. You were meant to rest in the truth that you are supported by something greater than yourself. All the work you've done, every thought you've changed, every affirmation you've spoken, every loving action you've taken has been preparing you for this moment. You are not the same person you were when you started. You've opened your heart. You've softened your beliefs. You've begun to see yourself as someone who is worthy of receiving, and that changes everything. You don't have to go back to the old ways of thinking. You don't have to live in survival mode anymore. There is a gentler way, a way of flow, of ease, of trust. You've been practicing that flow. You've been learning to speak to yourself with kindness, to bless your finances with gratitude, to welcome abundance with joy. These are not small things. They are powerful acts of healing, and they create a new path for you, a path where you no longer fear money, but walk beside it like a friend. From now on, let every thought you think be a reminder of your worth. Let every affirmation be a doorway to a new experience. Let every dollar you touch be treated with love, and let every moment be filled with the quiet knowing that you are on the right path. The 222 financial flow is real. It is loving. It is waiting for your permission to pour into your life. And now you are ready. You are open. You are aligned. Repeat after me one last time. I am open to receive. I am ready to thrive. I welcome limitless money and joyful abundance into my life now. Say it with your heart. Let it echo through your whole being. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one where you walk in peace, receive in joy, and live each day knowing that you are deeply loved, always supported, and forever worthy of the wealth that wants to find you.